So you have a ton of video games that we want to look at because we've been doing these segments, as if you didn't know, where we go different places, we check out old vintage video games, old consoles, and we know that you are the grandmaster of everything in between that. So we want to see what you have in that drawer over there, because I know that that's like one of my favorite drawers in the world.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's basically from hoarding. Everything in your life.
No way.
Yeah.
No such thing as hoarding video games.
Just never getting rid of anything, you know. I got all these like Atari 400 games. Big metal background. I was always afraid of getting electrocuted from it.
What's this now?
Oh, D.
What's
this game? Oh, I had so much fun with this game. It's one of those kind of like Myst adventures. You just
point and click.
Point and click, basically. Yeah, except you're not really clicking on too much. But it is probably the silliest but most fun game I've ever had. Now they remade it. They didn't remake it. They made a second one for the Dreamcast, and it's more like a 3D shooter adventure. So it's a big difference from the original. But
no, it's with the Sega Saturn. They tried to blend video. Was it
video
with video game gameplay?
Yeah, which was a horrible idea. I mean, it looked great. Like I mean, the graphics at the time. This was probably like 96, 97 or something like that. 95. Oof. And the graphics looked pretty good. It didn't work for gameplay. It made it very boring.
Toe Jam and Earl, Panic on
Funkatron,
and Beavis and Butthead, which is definitely an Echo the Dolphin. I mean,
right
there are some of my favorite games. Done deal. Sonic.
Yeah, I also got a. We moved these over. There's
more
without
the case.
Yeah, without the case. Everything's kind of just thrown in here. Let's see what we got here. Oh, Bugs Bunny's Double Trouble. This is probably the only Disney game that didn't work. It sucks. Aladdin. Oh, I can almost remember the code. You know, jumping through the genie and everything like that. It going to Jafar right at the end. And he's like at the snake boss level.
I don't think I ever got past the first or second level.
Oh, I used to spend hours with my cousin at his house just playing games that we rented from Fox or Blockbuster or something like that. N64.
Yeah,
like everything's just like thrown
right here.
apart.
I mean, double us. GoldenEye.
That's like the game.
Yeah, that is the game.
Funny thing Steve, I have a question. Are you a GoldenEye or a Perfect Dark person?
Actually, I enjoyed Perfect Dark more. Elvis just blew my mind. I loved it.
Right.
GoldenEye is fun to go through and do your slappers and everything, but
I didn't have Perfect Dark, so I was obviously a GoldenEye person.
I was a GoldenEye person. But that's just
I think it was the levels were brighter in Perfect Dark, so it wasn't as like grainy and like blurry and shit like that.
It was pretty bad looking.
Yeah, you play it now and you're like, oh god, especially on a high definition TV. Don't even do it. Go get yourself one of those old small bubble screens. Yeah. This is.
Oh my.
These are like my favorite games basically. I keep them on top. Like
Simpsons.
Oh god. Unforgiving Games.
Ninja.
Viper. Another one of those just like run around shooting games. Friday the 13th. You've probably seen that in the Video Game Nerd. Silent Service, which I have no idea how to play this game. Chip and Dale, yeah.
Honestly, one of the best multiplayer co-op games besides that Contra for the NES might be the two best.
This is like the start of being able to kill your own friend. That was the worst thing.
Like, throw them.
Yeah, you just get pissed off and toss them around.
Duck Hunt.
Yeah, I also got the
Jaws.
The 3 set one.
Oh, nice.
I need to get the pad.
I remember the pad. It was so dumb. You'd run in place.
Oh, I would sit there going like this. Forget running in place. Yep, these are my Xbox games. You know, being a gamer throughout life, you're gonna obviously own an Xbox.
So these are 360 games.
360, yep.
Ghostbusters is great.
Oh, Ghostbusters is so fun.
It's so good. It's like watching the third movie.
Sega Master System.
I was gonna ask you what the difference with the boxes was.
Yeah.
I did see that the Sega Master was more rectangular. Is that right?
Yep. This is the 8-bit Sega. Take hold of the Sega Adventure. Doesn't it look awesome? Yeah, I think that would sell the hell out of it.
So this was the first.
This was before your Genesis.
And what did the cartridges look like?
The cartridges, basically like the Ghostbusters game right here. It looked like a Super Nintendo. Worst part is no top label.
Yeah.
I hate it when they don't have top labels.
You can't see what you're picking out.
Another thing, it had a card reader in it. So it had 2 different type of cartridges you can actually play. Transbot. You're like flying through and you'll collect these power-ups. And it'll randomly go through numbers.
Look at that.
Yep.
Why can't they all be this small? You know why? Because they break them.
You might have missed this, but did you know Mario was on the Atari?
I think I knew that, but it wasn't as good, right?
It's that, you know, that single screen where you and Luigi
It's
are
like the
running
arcade
around.
version.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's hard.
With the POWs and everything.
Yep.
So, out of all your systems, pick a favorite game, Nintendo game, NES.
Ooh, NES.
Yeah.
Was a fan of Dragon Warrior, Zelda, Mario, obviously. I was intrigued by Metroid, but I always got my ass kicked in it.
How about Atari?
Atari? That would have to be Combat, I would say. Combat is probably my favorite. Oh, Keystone Capers is also pretty good. Missile Command, there's so many on the Atari that's so
Missile
good.
Command's fun.
Yeah, it's just a simpler time, and it's just like, this is a game, have fun with it. There's no story that you have to read or anything like that.
Sega Saturn.
Sega Saturn, I would have to say Knights. Knights was a very cool game.
Yeah.
Especially when you got your 3D controller.
Right.
At the first time with the joystick. That was really awesome.
Sega CD.
Sega CD. NBA Jam.
NBA Jam?
NBA Jam.
Okay, then I'm gonna ask, how about Sega?
Sega.
Because NBA Jam kicked ass on Sega.
Well, the difference with it on the Sega
Genesis.
CD was the when you would shoot like a 3-point free throw, it would go from like a back view and it was like really 3D-ish.
Yeah.
So it was like the first time I ever seen that. It was really cool.
Okay.
Sega Genesis. That's kind of like a Super Nintendo. You know, they were basically the same system. It's just who do you want, 3-button or 4 buttons?
Yeah.
But I would have to say Mortal Kombat. I was a very big fan of Mortal Kombat
Which
back in
one?
the day.
Yeah, which?
Which one? 2.
Yeah.
2 is probably the best.
Yeah, we actually had talked about that. It's in the footage of the one other episode we had where I pick up Mortal Kombat 2 and I say Mortal Kombat 2 is the best of all the Mortal
Yeah.
Kombats, I think.
If we actually go look at the magazines, all my strategy guys are all Mortal Kombat.
Sure,
Because
yeah.
that was before the internet. You
Yeah.
wanted to do
you had to find your
fatalities.
stuff. It's in a magazine.
Yeah.
What about for that matter? How about Super Nintendo?
Super Nintendo.
Because you know,
Yeah,
Nintendo
Super
game.
Nintendo. Like I think it was actually Super Mario World. The
Okay.
first time meeting Yoshi was the
Yeah,
most
that's
epic
a
thing in the world.
Epic game. That's one of the first games I got for my Wii.
Yeah.
Virtual Console.
Yep.
That, Mario 3, Toe Jam and Earl.
Yeah.
I would have to say Toe Jam and
Oh,
Earl.
Toe Jam and Earl. I forgot all about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me scratch that. I mean, Toe Jam and Earl, Panic on Funkatron.
Yeah.
That's where I got my bass skills from.
So
That's
cool.
where it started.
And then how I guess I could say Xbox.
Xbox, you know, recently all I've been is a sports guy. Now when I go back and play my old games, I'm always playing like Batman or Mario or something like that. There's Zelda. I don't remember Zelda ever actually like kicking ass. Well, except for
Sheik.
yeah, when she was Sheik, but this was definitely before the 64 days, so I don't remember kicking that much ass. Back in the day, I would say around 95 and everything like that, GamePro was my magazine. I never had a subscription. I would literally actually go in and buy the
I used
Buy
to
it for the
I used
$6.
to subscribe to GamePro for probably like 2 years.